When you find something interesting, drop everything else and study it. B.F. Skinner. Good day and welcome to this program, Vivid View with a Heelys. Many thanks to God. I am a Heelys, your host. Vivid View, say and do it. In the 21st century, education is the order of the day. The acquisition of knowledge strengthens our reasoning and decisions, and it must be acquired on a fair ground. Tackling examinations irregularities is the topic for today's discussion. It is time for a break, and when we come back, the guests will be introduced. We will be right back. Vivid View, say and do it. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, the topic has already been introduced as tackling examination irregularities. And with me in the studio today is entrepreneur and a journalist. Let's make welcome Mr. Duke Aiboje.
Vivid View,
say and do it. Before discussion proper, please follow us on social media handles are displayed on the screen. Mr. Aiboje, you're welcome again.
thank you very much.
Please, without wasting time, let's go straight to the business of the day.
Okay.
Can we have your general overview on this topic, tackling examination malpractice, irregularities or malpractice, whichever?
Okay. Yeah, malpractice, irregularities,
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah. Nigeria is a country that is already very challenged with regards to sticking to rules and doing things properly. Examination is not left out. So whatever challenges that bedevil the entire society also have a way of impacting on our conduct of examination. So tackling examination irregularities is a must-do for a society
really, yeah.
like us, because our future depends on it. Examination is, though people believe exam is not the best way to test knowledge, but up till now, we are yet to come up with any better
way of testing
method
knowledge.
of testing knowledge. So if that is the only option we have no choice but to put all hands on deck to make sure that examination malpractices or irregularities are taken care of, are removed from our societal existence completely.
Yeah, thank you so much. What are the attitudes of students, towards WAEC, NECO, JAMB, and other examinational bodies?
Okay. WAEC, NECO, and other external examination bodies are the only ones we have right now. So, for every student who has a dream, who has plans to advance either in terms of work or further education, they have to go through this system. So, I would say their attitude is positive to a fair extent because they don't have a choice, right? But when we are talking about preparation or going through the system, it's a different ball game entirely. But generally, we'll say the attitude is positive.
No, I can still mention that.
Yeah.
You say it's a different ball game. Yeah?
Yeah, it's a different ball game to the extent that sticking to the rules of exam is a different matter. Students are not willing to go through the rigors of having to do exams unaided, which is supposed to be the very essence of the examination.
And that is not good at all. I said this knowledge must be acquired on a fair ground. When you start trying to, do some malpractices in doing your exam, getting a white handkerchief to write certain things down, looking for expo, bribing teachers and all that, you are no longer going to acquire your knowledge on a fair ground, as I introduced earlier. So students must be ready. Your attitude is to pass. Your attitude is to study hard. Your attitude is to read because you have a target ahead of you. You want to be great in the future. And you cannot be great in future without education, whether you like it or not. If you like, start citing examples of those who didn't go to school that are still, rich. Maybe their own time. Nowadays, if you don't go to school, it may be difficult for you to even, become that rich. So the attitude is to read, to study, burn your candle, do all you can to study. Forget about going to pass through your parents or pass your teachers or whoever to bribe and to give you expo before you get to examination hall. No. The essence of examination is to know how much you have taken in when you are being taught. That's the essence of it. So by the time you bribe to pass, now it means that there's nothing upstairs here. And so please, your attitude should be positive. Should be positive. Thank you so much. We'll take a break. Vivid View, say and do it. Welcome back. Still discussing tackling examination irregularities. In terms of conducting credible examinations, what is the current state of our examination bodies?
Well, I would say so far among WAEC, NECO, and JAM, I would give kudos to JAM because
right.
They are the only body that I can see have taken seriously the issue of tackling exam malpractice, much more than WAEC and NECO. Yeah, I say this because we are now in a computer age, and we are in a system where everything is digital. So malpractice has also gone digital.
Wow.
So
can you imagine?
I would say JAM has gone a step ahead of the trend. Now, by introducing the CBT, the computer-based testing system, now that has helped in a great deal to attend to issues of impersonation, issues of copying in the exam hall, and so many other things. Now, everything you do is directly through the computer system. Now, we can't say the same of WAEC and JAM. Sorry, WAEC and NECO.
May not be too sure of that.
Yeah. Now, why we can say that is we are not aware that WAEC and NECO are using the CBT system right now. Right, yeah. And we still have issues of officials working in collaboration, hand in hand with corrupt elements among the students as well as school owners, right? We still have cases of special centers where people do all manner of things. So now these are not encouraging enough by institutions. For an institution, you should conduct your research, find out what have gone wrong, just like JAM seems to have done, and try to see the new method of handling it. The way WAEC used to be done 10 years ago seems to still be the way it is still being done. And there is no way you can handle current challenges with old methods. You don't expect to have.
And there's no way you can do the same thing over and over again and get a different result.
You can't get the same result. So it's only a madman, that, as they say, that does the same thing over and again and expects to have a different outcome. So as I would say that JAM as an institution has gone a step ahead, and WAEC and NECO should take a cue from what JAM has done with regards to fighting it.
Well, I believe that those involved, the matters that the Ministry of Education and all are listening to us so that they can do something concerning that, find a better way to conduct this exam that every student will participate. Now know, when it becomes very clear that there's no way you can cut corners, that you need to study very hard before you pass the exam. You see, our students will rise up on their feet and do the needful because they are seeing where they can see cut, and they don't even know that they are cheating themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're involved in doing that, you are cheating that your child. You didn't love that your child. You hate that child because you don't want him or her to learn and to grow. And you students that say, okay, I'm lazy, mommy, go and give them money. You have the money to spend and give them back. I don't want to disturb myself. You're also killing yourself in there without you knowing. But by the time you grow, you find out what you have done to yourself. You cannot even talk where your mates are talking. Yes, you claim to be a graduate.
Yeah, I was actually...
And not those,
yes.
So it becomes a disgrace in future.
I was actually coming to that because the issue of... It still boils down to attitude of students to exams. Because the moment you know that whatever you are doing by way of writing exams is a test on yourself.
Yes.
You are training yourself, preparing yourself for the future. Because the school system is not just meant for you to pass. It is meant to mold you. It is meant to shape you for the challenges of the society. Now, imagine having to go through a profession like accounting, for instance. Now you've gone through training, you've gone through all that you need to go through at school, you've been given your certificate, only for you to get into the field and somebody is asking you basic question, what is an accounting system, for instance? Then you start wobbling and fumbling. Then you can't cheat. You can't get, what do you call it, chukuli, right? You can't get that to help you out at that stage. So you depend on whatever it is that has stayed in your head
That's it.
to sail through. Not only to secure the job, but also to get the job done. So the same applies to every other profession and every other field.
This is VVView.